part two. I'm going to continue on my conversation that I was having before, which is the overreaction of business leaders and or just leaders in your community, whether you're be yourself and your family. For all those who know football, I'm going to give you guys a great example of overreacting, but overreacting in a positive way. And here's what I mean. I don't mean overreacting, I mean adjusting. Whatever your day may look like, whatever your week may look like, as a leader, you have to adjust. You have to make quick decisions from time to time. You have to shift the game plan. You have to understand the ultimate goal. And unless you understand the ultimate goal, then it's really, 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 really difficult to make adjustments on the fly, but make educated decisions. Let's relate this to a fun sport, right? Football. Now, there's no getting away from who the best quarterback and coach combination in the NFL has been for the past 20 years. New England Patriots, right? Like, freaking spectacular. Not kind of spectacular, unbelievably spectacular and consistent. I'm a Steelers fan. And as an organization, the Steelers have one of the best and winningest organizations for the past 30 years. 50 years. The New England Patriots over the last 20 years have been the most dominant, I think, the most dominant NFL franchise in the history of all NFL. And I don't know if that's even, if anybody can come close to even arguing that. What separates the New England Patriots from everybody else? People say, oh, it's Tom Brady. It's certain, like Belichick. It's that. I'm going to go one further. I'm going to say it's the culture. I'm going to say it's the system and the culture and its leaders. But most of all, I'm going to say it's two things. First thing is preparation. And the second thing is adjustments. See, the New England Patriots always had a goal in mind: to win the game. It wasn't to, hey, here's our game plan is to, we have to be the best running team every single week. We have to be the best passing team every single week. We have to be the best defense every single week. We have to have the MVP quarterback every single week. No. Their goal and intention was to win the game. Their identity as a team was that they just won games. Clearly, yes, they had some amazing teams. But when it came down to the end result was that they won games. They didn't care about how they got to win the game. And they didn't lay up if they were dominating a game. Oh, no. They kept on playing their game to dominate, intimidate, and put a mystique and an idea in every person and every team that they faced, which was, no matter who you are, no matter what team you put on the field, we're going to win. we're always going to win because that's what we do. It doesn't matter if you have the greatest defense. It doesn't matter if your offense is better than ours. It doesn't matter if your running game is better than ours, or your centers are better than ours, or your wide receivers are better than ours. It doesn't matter if you think your coaching staff or your city is better than ours. Our team is better than your team, and we're always going to win the game. That was their mentality. Second thing is, I don't know if there was a better group put together and a belief system and a leadership team that made better halftime adjustments than the New England Patriots. See, again, it wasn't about them trying to will their intent on being the best running team, or if they had a game plan that they had to will that game plan while losing sight and focus of the goal, which was to win the game. The New England Patriots, to me, and to many people, probably the best halftime team ever when it came to making adjustments. I don't remember too many times where the New England Patriots would come out in the third quarter and just lay an egg and just suck. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm simply saying the percentages are really, 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 really small. And the end result was that they won the game. How are you shifting? How are you looking at your day-to-day business as a business owner, as a leader in our community? If you are a leader in our community, how are you shifting? How are you making adjustments to your days, to your weeks, to accomplish the end result? Because if you're not moving and you're not adjusting and you're just staying steadfast to the original game plan, you're failing. In my world, in my business, I can't say that I chose to be a company that says this is all we'll ever be and this is what we are. In fact, I did the opposite. Well, it probably helped because I had to say yes to every single freaking thing out there because I needed to make money. The end result was we had to make money as a personal individual and as a business. I had to make money. So if it meant pulling cables or helping the sheetrockers install some sheetrock or taking out trash or whatever, we did whatever it took. It didn't really matter the project. I said yes. Have you ever done this before? Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Now, where has that led? One, it led to us driving revenue and winning the game. Two, now it's led to when people go, well, what do you specialize in? Well, we specialize in solving solutions. Creating solutions and solving problems for all clients, not just a client. And we don't drive home a solution for every single client. We have to adjust, stick, and move. We make halftime adjustments all the time on projects, especially when it comes to remodels in our existing infrastructure. Why? Because nobody really knows what's behind closed door number one. Nobody knows what's behind closed door number two. And it's not until you actually get into a project where somebody gets, oh, well, that wire got spliced. Oh, that wire is 7 years old and some rat ate it. Oh, that speaker's out of adjustment. Or that we've outgrown technology and now technology doesn't work with certain pieces of equipment. Or there's been a latest and greatest firmware update, software update. Constantly things are happening on a day-to-day basis on projects, and we are always having to take 2 steps back, analyze, come up with a new game plan, and then move forward. We hope that that adjustment takes us to the finish line, takes us to the goal line so we win. Oftentimes, it works out that way. However, sometimes we have to make another adjustment to go over here. And then sometimes we got to make another adjustment to go over there until we get to the end result, which is the finished product. This takes me back to the conversation I was having before. As leaders, your job as a leader is to make adjustments, whether it's for first quarter adjustments, second quarter adjustments, halftime, third quarter. Your goal is to win the game, right? But you can't win the game unless you make adjustments, unless you take 2 steps back, unless you understand the bigger picture, unless you understand how to resolve problems. I don't believe the solution is jump in head first, never change your mind, power through, and it is our way or the hell way, and that's it. It doesn't work that way. It will for a short period of time. Plenty of people in life and in business, they literally put their head down, they come in like a bull in a china shop, and they want to freaking push their point across. Man, I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm saying it will work for a period of time. And in the long run, it may work for a long time that hey, it's working for a long time. Eventually, it's going to catch up. Eventually, it will. Second thing, outside of that point that I wanted to really drive home, learn from your experiences. Write things down. Have your team write things down. Hold them accountable. And that team could be your husband or wife or kids. It could be your teachers. It could be your students. It could be your attorneys. It could be other project managers. There are more than just you running life's business. And it's also about sharing knowledge for those who are actually open to receiving knowledge. You can't beat somebody into submission and hope that they're going to get your knowledge, even if you want to share that to them. Some people are just open and some people just aren't. You can ask, you just hope that maybe they get it. Make changes, adapt, be open, and you'll be successful in life. And you'll be successful in every windfall. Sit back, listen, make sure you understand the big picture. This is Bruce Solis with Core Multimedia Solutions, wishing you the best and opportunistic week in life in general. Stay open, stay focused on understanding, listening, and shift and move. Stick and move. It's going to get you places in life. Peace.